What's up, YouTube? It's Nitrous7000 here with a theater review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Tick Tick Boom. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Hello again. Like I said, my name is Nitrous7000. Hello to everyone who's been here before, and hello and welcome to everyone who's been here, welcome to everyone who's this is your first time coming to the channel. Today, this review is gonna be a little bit different than my usual theater reviews, because today I'm not just gonna be. I usually follow a script and I usually edit the video a lot, but I'm trying something a little bit different for this video. And this video is going to be different because it's not just going to be me giving my opinions on the movie / musical that I'm watching today, that I watched today. I'm actually going to be joined by my mom and my youngest sister, aka
Jesus Woman.
So my mom, my youngest sister.
Konnichiwa. ¿Cómo estás?
So why don't you guys tell them where they can find you guys on the internet?
Well, we have a YouTube channel named Jesus Woman. Spell Jesus Woman together, and the first letter is capital. We'd really appreciate for you to check out our videos. Lots of encouragement, entertainment videos, music, and a lot of people love music, so I hope you're one of those people. You can also find us on Facebook. My mom's Facebook is Amanda Weeks. My Facebook is also Amanda Weeks. You'll see a picture of her and her children, including our sister. And with me, you'll just see a picture of me. But I suggest you go to hers first because it has a lot of examples of what we do.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Is there anything you would like to add before we continue?
We are absolutely excited to be here. And, we know that, Nitros bring you all great entertainment and viewpoints from himself in things that he's viewing. So, we're just excited to be a part of it and to give our viewpoints as well.
Well, I'm glad to have you guys here. I'm here. I actually came home for the Thanksgiving break from school. So I did. That's why I decided to ask them to be a part of this video. And with that being said, it's gonna be like how my usual reviews are. We're gonna tell you the good, what we liked, the bad, what we didn't like, and we're gonna each give it a rating at the end. And stay tuned to the end to find out what musical or play I'm going to watch next, or performance in general. And with that being said, I want to start with the good. Oh yeah, we're also gonna tell you guys about our favorite songs, but one thing at a time. So let's start with the good, and I guess we'll go in the order that you guys can see. So we'll start with you, Mom, and go to me. No, start with Mom, Mandy.
Thank you.
Then me. So okay, what was the good? What did you like about the film? What worked for you?
What worked for me was the layout of the story, and what's the name of the main character?
Jonathan Larson.
Okay, Mr. Larson. He was a great writer, very talented guy, very artistic. He had so many different viewpoints and talent that he brought to the surface to share with the world, and it was very exciting to see him, and all of the different things that he brought to the surface to let everybody view and be a part of. So it's like we walked in his shoes, so to speak, through the play / movie.
Okay.
All right.
Mandy.
For me, the positives, like my mom said, creativity. The creativity, the writing, the newness that I felt inside of the play / movie was definitely unique.
Yes.
And in a good way.
Yes.
So
yes.
The talent.
Oh yes.
And
yes.
I feel like this play / movie, it had a lot of powerful things that has happened
yes,
in it
absolutely.
to make you think,
Yes, yes.
to make you be more appreciative
Yes,
of
absolutely.
certain things, and I'll explain on that later.
I just wanted to say one more thing. Were you finished?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, I just want to applaud all the actors and actresses because they all were magnificent. Great voices, great talented, great acting, great singing. I was blown away. It touched me in so many different ways. So that for me was shocking, and I started out skeptical, but then like after viewing the entire movie / play, I was just amazed. It was amazing.
Okay. Now I'll share my piece. And before I get into it, I just want to say one thing that I forgot to do, and that I'll do now, is tell you guys a little bit about who made this movie / musical that we watched and who was in it. So this is Lin-Manuel Miranda's directorial debut, and Lin-Manuel Miranda, he created Hamilton, In the Heights. He wrote all the music for Moana, a Disney film, and he wrote the music for the new Disney film Encanto. He's doing a lot of big things in Broadway and in Hollywood these days. So he's very inspiring to me, and I think for his as for like what worked for me, one of the things I feel like this for the direction of this movie, I think Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think he did a really good job of directing the film. It really made me, I felt like I was invested in the story as I was watching it. This is actually my second, this is actually my second time watching the movie, because I watched it once on my own when I was in school, and I just wanted to share it with them. So, but like I said, the direction was great. Some of the actors, there's a lot of famous actors in here, and especially if you're a Broadway fan, you're going to see a lot of Broadway people in the movie, which is pretty cool. Just a taste of who's in it. They have the star, Andrew Garfield, aka the Amazing Spider-Man from the movies. You have Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical, and then you also have some people that were in Hamilton. You have some people, actor, I forget his name at the moment, but he was from Hadestown. I mentioned him in my last video about Ratatouille the musical, but he's a black man. He's in Hadestown. But you guys, if you guys can look it up, you guys know who I'm talking about. But like I said, so the direction, I feel like all the actors did a really good job with their parts. And then lastly, I would say for now is I feel like the movie / musical, I feel like it was really inspiring and really relatable, because I'm also an artist who's trying to become famous and who's trying to get my work to be out there and seen by a lot of people, and I can relate to all the struggles and obstacles that Jonathan Larson had to overcome. And I also found it pretty cool that this movie was based on a musical that Jonathan Larson wrote based on his own life, and it had a lot of heart to it. You could definitely feel every moment of the play, and it made you like have a reaction to it. It was like, I felt like there was never a dull moment.
It was very powerful, very entertaining.
So is there anything else you guys would like to say about like the things you liked before we get into the negative?
I liked the ambition and the passion and the drive. It's about drive. It's about vibe. We say, we do that. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to say that.
She's listening. She's been listening to The Rock a lot. His rap.
No. Listen. You know, I hear from TikTok. You know, I stay on TikTok, so you know that's why. But Yeah.
Check us out on TikTok as well. And our TikTok name is
Jesus Woman. But yeah, I like the ambition, the passion, the creativity. I said that before. The wide span of thinking, like the huge wide span of thinking. It's like you can see how he was so easily to be able to create inside of his like own world. Like when this person was creating, he was able to create so much, and it's impressive because it came from one mind, you know. So
I absolutely agree with her. Looking at this young man, him being so talented, you know, talent runs in our family, and watching Nitros grow up, you know, he started with writing, and he's a very good artist, and he also is a very good rapper, and he you know, he dibble and dabble in singing, but I would say there are so many other things that he do as well, and I'm just amazed every time, you know, I see his mind is always, you know,
creating.
Yes, he's always being creative, and he used to run to me as a, you know, little boy. Mommy, look at this! Look at what I just created. Could you sit down and listen to it? You know, and when I will look at the stories and listen to it, and let him, you know, act it out and express himself in it, I saw a spark, and that spark just grew and grew and grew. And to see him today, where he is, and how much he has grown, to watch that spark just, you know, how should I say, shine, you know, it's amazing. So this young man, I saw that same spark in him, and he didn't stop until he got sick, and he died.
Mm-hmm.
But he had that spark, he was on fire, and he felt that it was his time. It was his time to shine. And in everything he did, he shined. If people recognized it or not, he was shining. And that's how I feel about Nitros. He's shining.
You have something else to say?
I'm sorry, just one last thing. I wanted to agree. Very creative mind.
Absolutely.
He is one of a kind. There's only one Nitros. And
absolutely.
I just want to say something real quick though.
I'm so happy to have him home.
Yes.
It's Nitrous.
Nitrous.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Nitrous7000.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Lo
There's
siento.
there's only one Nitrous7000.
That's right,
Nitros.
I'm so sorry.
Nitrous. Okay, so
I was gonna say something about it at the end, but I was like, nah, I'll wait. But I just feel like I should let you guys know.
Right.
Nitrous. You guys can call me Nitrous or Nitrous7000. It doesn't matter.
There's only one Nitrous.
But also, since I said their names earlier in the video, I'll tell you guys my name. My name is Joshua. So just to let you guys know, you can call me Nitrous, Nitrous7000, or Joshua. It doesn't really matter.
Nitrous has a very creative mind, very large creativity span. It's like when Nitrous he's able to enter this world of creativity.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And create so many different ideas. Like kind of like like the guy in the play. When it comes to creativity, the guy in the play and Nitrous have very large creativity, and that's perfect for being a writer.
Absolutely.
So I suggest you check out. For the people who have subscribed and the people who haven't subscribed, please check out a lot of his things because he's very talented.
Absolutely.
And you will be highly impressed and want to subscribe for more once you check out all of his content.
He's a great actor also, I must tell you all that. You know, I am one of his biggest fans, and he just, in all the plays that he's, been in, he has gotten better and better and better. So I'm not just saying that because I'm his mom. I'm not just saying that because, I'm Jesus woman. I'm saying that because it's true. You guys, honestly, if you haven't checked him out, take a look at his page or his channel and just, scroll through it and watch. You're going to be amazed at the things that, he's created and that he's done.
He's another creator that's meant to be discovered. That's all I have to say.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I don't really have much to say, but what I will say is that you guys should definitely check out their stuff too.
Thank you.
Because they're big inspirations for the stuff that I do as well. Like my mother, she's been singing and drawing and doing all sorts of artistic things when I was throughout her life. So I've seen that, and it inspired me to have a love for the arts. And my youngest sister, she has similar ambitions as I do, like becoming a writer, dabbling in acting. There's a whole bunch of stuff that she's
Dancer,
into.
Singer.
Exactly. So
she's awesome.
Thank you.
Keep an eye on them too, because they produce a lot of great stuff. And as you guys see more, if you guys subscribe to their YouTube channels and check them out on Facebook and everything like that, you guys are going to see a lot of cool things from them too.
Thank you.
Gracias.
But back to the review. The last thing I will say is that the movie, it celebrates Jonathan Larson's life, and the cool thing that we find out in the end is that, well, we were told this in the beginning as well, but Jonathan Larson did become famous, and he's famous mainly for a musical called Rent, which basically revolutionized theater. I have a special connection to that musical as well, because musical theater was basically how I got into theater in general. It's how I really started to think of to develop a passion for it. My first musical theatrical performance was singing a song from Rent called One Song Glory. So that was pretty cool. But I think we said our piece on the good. I think it's now time to move into the bad. What didn't work for you guys?
Well, personally, I love his creativity, but the character that was portrayed of how his spirit is supposed to have been before he passed, that's what I didn't like. He was very artistic, very talented, but he's also very selfish. It was all about him, and he was driven, of course, that's wonderful, but he had people that was in his corner that believed in him, that loved him, like his best friend, the guy by the name of Michael.
Yeah.
And then he has Susan, his girlfriend. That was her name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he has Susan. She was a sweetheart. She supported him. But what I didn't see is him supporting her. Just like his concerns mattered to her, her concerns should have mattered to him about what made her sad, how her day was, what challenges she faced in her life, because she had goals, she had ambitions as well, and but it just seemed to me like it was all about him. And whenever things didn't go right with him, he would reach out to them for support, but he wasn't there to support them. That was very hurtful, and that was very sad, for me to see that coming out of his character.
Thank you for sharing. What about you, Mandy?
Well, I have to say, like my mother has said, love the creativity.
Yes, absolutely.
Love the innovativity of the
Innovation?
yes when he writes. But what I saw was that I just didn't like how selfish he was.
Yeah,
when
that was
it
hurtful.
came to him. Like, I understand that he wants to write, and I understand that. I just want to say, from talking to my brother over the years, because he is a writer and creator, over talking to my brother, and he has kind of like explained to me since he is a writer, the ambitions. He has explained to me the ambitions and the wants that a lot of writers have, and the importance that a lot of writers have. And he still does it today. Explains to me, but I understand it now, and I understand where he was coming from. But I feel like he could have handled things in a better way. Like,
Yes.
instead of like Michael, such a good best friend,
Sweetheart.
Instead of saying all these disrespectful things to Michael or shutting out his girlfriend and not making time for her.
Absolutely.
Because I'm like, okay, you got it right, and yeah, but you should make time for her. It doesn't hurt to take like 20 minutes to talk to her about what she's been wanting to talk to you about, or a little longer, you know. I just, basically my main thing is this: he should have been more considerate and less selfish, and should have put himself in their shoes more.
See.
And should have been like, okay, well, you know what, I don't want to lose them, and I haven't been making time for them. I've been busy, but I should start making time before I lose them. And that's like my main only thing. And I also feel like he could have worked on attitude and like not. I understand his ambition, but I feel like he wanted too much at the same time. Like I feel like when I say wanted too much, I mean like when he was working. I mean he did it, but I feel like when he was working, you know, what's the guy name where he was working with that guy and they were at the cafe and they were talking to each other, and he was helping him get musicians.
His friend?
That was his friend?
You talking about his friend, or are you talking about the guy who...
The guy with the glasses?
That was helping him get musicians.
Oh, that was like his, I think, his maybe director or his writing coach, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
His director or writing coach. I feel like he already had, his director was telling him, we can't do too much of this, we can't do too much of that. But yet he was still demanding for like more. And in his position, he can't exactly afford all that. And he's asking so much of this person. This person's like, it's $100 each musician.
Right.
And he's like, don't you have a lot of money? But he's got to understand, this doesn't just, it might be helping him, but look at how it's affecting the person that's getting these musicians, you know. So just be more considerate of that, because I feel like he can have what he's been asking for, but like do it in a better way. Be considerate. Mm-hmm. And if he can't have all of the musicians, just be grateful for what he can and try to make that work, you know. So, and I feel like the job thing, he quit he gave like a 2 weeks notice. I think he went back. Did he go back to his job?
He went back to his job, yeah.
He went back to his job, which was a good thing. He gave a 2-week notice earlier in the musical that he was going to leave the job. I think it was to focus more so on his writing.
Why he was gonna leave his job because he thought that he thought his musical was gonna be a hit, so he thought once people saw it, he would get an opportunity to start making money off of it and start that career, and he wouldn't have to be waiting tables in a restaurant anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what his plan was.
Thank you.
But when you all are done, I wanted to add something else before that subject is over.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to say, like, because, thank you, Joshua. Nitrous. But, you know, yeah, so I just feel like, don't quit your job if you have no, like, if you don't, like, I understand. He's like, oh my gosh, this could make so much money, this could do, but at the same time, until it's proven, it's only a possibility.
Absolutely.
So, if you quit your job and it doesn't launch off like you want it to, and you have nothing to fall back on, what you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
So, keep your job, even if it's not the best thing. At least you have some type of income. Keep your job, you know, or until you can find something better, until they accept you, and then you can quit the other job if you don't like it. But keep your job, and you can still, because he felt like if I keep my job and pursue my career, I can't do both. You know, he's like, I can't have it all. No. It's all about how you manage things. So I feel like he can keep his job and pursue his career. He just has to make time for different things. He has to plan out the time for it, you know. But, you know, that's pretty much it for me.
Okay. Before I say my piece, Mom, you wanted to add something?
Yes. I wanted to say that he, another bad thing that I saw about him, his character, is that, like Amanda was saying, he made irrational decisions. He was too hasty. I understand the desire, to be successful. I understand the desire to have the right connections, to be, to get your work seen. That's wonderful. And I think all like artists that are trying to make it, they have that burning sensation to be discovered, and that's wonderful. But you have to live up to the point of being discovered where you can make money from your talent. Therefore, you have to hold down some type of job that bring in the finance so that you can, legal job, legal job,
True.
To bring in that finance so that you can pay your bills, so that you can have that health insurance. God forbid if you get sick or if you need dental care, you need that protection. So common sense, just little tips out there for you all that are, artists and trying to get discovered. Don't quit your job and have no type of finance to support yourself, to pay your bills, to provide for yourself until you get discovered. You keep working on that talent that you have. You keep reaching out for those connections. But while you are doing that, you also need to work so that you can have a plan that, to help you financially until you get to where you want to be. So that's what I saw him doing. He was hasty. He made a lot of irrational decisions, which caused his lights to get cut off. And then he was in panic mode. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But he had the support system. He had people trying to help him, but he turned them down because he's like, I'm going to be successful. I know it, which was wonderful. It's wonderful to have that drive, but you have to have common sense. Don't throw that out and then end up in a horrible situation because you wasn't, preparing yourself in a rational, you wasn't in the right state of mind, trying to do things to lead up to that point to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I would say that I had two issues with the film, but overall, I do enjoy the film more than I have more pros than cons with the film. But I would say for the problems I had was, one, the first problem I had with it is that I listened to the soundtrack of the original Broadway production or off Broadway production of Tick Tick Boom that Jonathan Larson performed, and I noticed that there was like a song or two. There was like a couple of songs I think that they left out of the musical in the movie version. For example, Green Green Dress. I think like they had the music, they had the instrumental for it playing in the background, but we didn't really see that song play out. I know that sometimes when adapting something into a movie, things are cut because they feel like the people who's directing it feels like it takes away from the story, or feel like that it would be better, the movie version will be better without it. But I just feel like if you're trying to be truthful to the original thing, I would have liked to see all the songs, but I didn't notice that until I listened to the original Broadway production of it after watching the movie. So I didn't really have a problem with that while I was watching the movie. But that's one thing I had a problem with. And the second thing I have a problem with is exactly the same things that they were saying. I would just say that Jonathan Larson did have a lot of flaws, but I don't really think this is a big problem I have with the movie per se, because I feel like that's one thing that I liked about the movie, because this was based on the story that Jonathan Larson told. And if he told the story like this in his production of his musical, he didn't just tell his good sides, he told his bad sides too. And that vulnerability helped me connect with the character more. And I feel like even if you're not someone who's trying to make it on Broadway, I feel like if you have an ambition regarding anything, you will be able to connect to this character, because you see that he's not perfect. And I feel like for me, even besides all his flaws, I was rooting for him to become a better person, to get things that he wants in life. And it just was like I saw his whole life falling apart, and it was kind of like, come on, man, just hold in. You'll get through. You'll get through. But yeah, he was. There were a lot of flaws in his character, and but the thing is too, I feel like we only see a sliver of his life. The whole movie is based on what happens within a week, and what we learn later is that he lives for 5 more years after Tick Tick Boom is produced. So I would like to hope that he became a better person due to everything that happened in this sliver of his life. I would hope that it inspired him to become a better person. But I can't, like this. I have no proof as to whether this was true or not, whether that did happen or not. So those are the only 2 problems I have with the film. Now I guess we're gonna talk about the songs that we like the most, and then we're gonna talk about the rating. So let's switch it up this time. I'll let Mandy go first this time. And Mandy, what songs did you like the most? If you don't remember the names or you don't really remember, just try to tell me and I'll try to help you remember like what they're about and stuff like that.
3090. The reason why I said like okay, I'm very like modern style person. So when I hear green, symmetrical, circumdicular, perpendicular, all those complicated words, I don't really understand it. So, it was hard for me to understand a lot of his songs. And when he's speaking in metaphors and similes and onomatopoeia and all that, I can't really understand all that.
Onomatopoeia?
Yeah, onomatopoeia. So, but the 2 songs that I'd say I really understood was the first one and the one where he was saying "Come to your senses."
That's the name of the song, yeah.
"Come to your senses" and 3090. I say 3090 because honestly, those were the 2 songs that I could like really understand, and I feel like it's kind of, and the song I feel like it's kind of sad, but I felt like the chorus was catchy, so that's why I like that. And on the other song, "Come to Your Senses," I like that because I feel like based off what I think they broke up, ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, they broke up.
Based off what his ex-girlfriend said before she left, he was, I don't know, but it kind of seemed like in the song he was expressing how she felt. Mm-hmm. And because he got so emotional, maybe he was being convicted for it. And when I say convicted, I mean like feeling bad for it. And it seemed like he was kind of like calling himself out. Like when he was sitting down in the play, I don't know if he explained to them like what was going on, but since it was so personal, I don't know like if he explained to them, okay, so this is what's going on in my life, or but it seemed like he was putting her emotions into a song and then directing it to himself and then telling himself to come to his senses and to basically like change, because how he was ran her way, because she
Absolutely.
felt so, she said she felt so unhappy for this amount of time and he wasn't considering that. So in that song, I kind of like that song because he was kind of telling himself to wake up and to I guess maybe, I don't know, if come back to normal or to his normal self, or to wake up and just change from how he's been. I don't know, but that's kind of what I interpreted from that.
Mom?
Well, I don't know the names of the songs, but
You just call them out and I'll see if I remember the names.
okay. He was saying something about "This is the life. Why do we fight with fire?"
So This Is the Life. I think the song that went, "This is the life, bo 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 bo." You talking about that song?
Yes.
And so I think That's called "This Is the Life."
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And then you said, "Why Do We Play with Fire?" The song at the end.
Oh, I thought it was all in "This Is the Life" because I was like trying to write down different parts of the song that I heard.
He also says, "Why Do We Play with Fire?" at the last song. I'm not sure if it's in "This Is the Life."
Okay.
But
okay.
But is
okay, yeah, that's another song. Why Do We Fight with Fire? And This Is the Life. And then there was the last one for me was he said something about he felt his time was limited. He felt time was running out. And people
was it the song after his friend told him like that he was sick?
I think so.
The song he was sitting on playing piano in the rain?
I think so. It was closer to the end.
Okay.
And it was very touching. It would make you think. And so the play/movie, it was like his personal emotions, how he was feeling, and it was a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. But these 3 songs like stuck with me because of the message in it, and it was just mixed emotions, but it would make any person think, like you said, it's not just for an artist that's striving to be successful, striving to be discovered. It's for anyone, So it, like you say, it could, reach out to anyone that's just trying to be successful and going through an emotional roller coaster of emotions, So that's the 3 songs that stood out for me.
What are your top 2?
My top 2 would be when he felt like his time was running out, because of the fact he felt a sense of urgency, and people could not like understand. Like Michael kept telling him, like, you feel like your time is short, before Michael told him that he had HIV, but he, throughout the whole movie, he was like, I gotta get this done, I gotta get it done. But he felt that sense of urgency, and he probably didn't even know why, but he felt it, that I can relate to, because it's like, me being a Christian and knowing how Jesus dealt with me, like if God put a sense of urgency in my spirit to do something, I have to act on it, because I feel like, he would not have put that there if it wasn't, an emergency, or if it wasn't, you don't know what it could be anything. But when I feel that in my heart, in my spirit, I have to act on it, because I know God is, preparing me for something. There's something coming, or something's going to happen, or, But another thing was, oh man, the 2, wow. I would say, why do we fight with fire? Because why should you put yourself?
Was it, you mean like the song at the end? Or are you talking about the one where he was in the rain playing the piano?
Was that the one when he was playing the piano, Why Do We Fight with Fire? No. Okay,
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Why Do We Fight with Fire, like I said, I think it's the end song.
Okay, so I'm going to go with, it's hard. I'm going to go with This Is the Life. This Is the Life, and then the one where he felt like time was running out. I'm going to stick with those 2.
So when he was sitting in the rain, that was one of them, right?
I'm thinking, because it was closer to the end, like I said. He felt like time was running out for him. And then I'll stick with This Is the Life, because he's like...
So those 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick with that.
And you like This Is the Life because?
The melody of the song, the delivery of it, and the message.
Okay. My top 2 songs were, I have to agree with Mandy for 3090. That song, like, from the beginning, because when I was going into it, I think I knew it was going to be a musical. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. But I think I knew it was going to be a musical. But when I found out it was going to be a musical, I wasn't sure if I wasn't going to like the songs, because I don't like every musical. Like, so I was just like, yo, because if I didn't like the song, the music, the movie would be a little bit less entertaining for me, because I would be like, dang, I have to sit through these horrible songs. But I didn't think that was the case with this movie, actually. I think most of the songs are pretty good, in my opinion. But my favorite songs were 3090, because I definitely could relate to it. You know, he sets the premise. He tells us that he feels like his time is running out, and he wants to and he feels like now is his time to make something of himself.
Right,
and
right.
that's what that song was all about, and I heavily related to it. So that was a vibe. And then
maybe that's it. Maybe that's the name of it. Because
3090,
maybe
the beginning song.
I don't know. I thought it was closer to the end. He kept talking about his time was limited. Time is running out.
There was
There was multiple songs where he was talking about time running out.
Yeah.
There was multiple songs, but the beginning song he did talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I think you're talking about the one.
The rain one.
Yeah, closer to the end.
Okay.
But my second song was it's hard because there's a lot of good songs in this musical, but I would say the second song that I liked a lot, like that I listened to multiple times when listening to the soundtrack of this movie, after watching it, was Therapy. And Therapy was a song where where Andrew Garfield and Vanessa Hudgens. Andrew Garfield is played by Andrew Garfield is playing Jonathan Larson, but Vanessa Hudgens, she comes in, and Therapy is a song where they start off, I feel bad about you, feeling bad about. That song was just crazy because like it has so much energy to it, and I just felt like it was super fun. And it was fun, but it was sad at the same time because the scene that happens at the same time is like he ends up his girlfriend and him ends up breaking up, and it's sad, but it's like that the song is so upbeat, and it's just kind of reminds me of like let's see, this is like, you know, this what's it called? Like the song by CeeLo Green called "Forget You."
Oh Lord.
Because that song is some messed up stuff is happening in that song, but the song is so upbeat that you're like, yo.
It grabs your attention.
And the same thing with "Hey Y'all" by Outkast. Messed up stuff's going on, but the song is catchy as heck. So I felt the same way about Therapy, and I liked that song because it just made me feel. It just made me engage while the whole thing was happening, but they didn't do it in a way that was super depressing, and I just liked that. So that's those are my two favorite songs. And now let's move on to the rating.
I just have one more thing to say. I'm sorry. I know I'm interrupting, but I just have one other thing to say. I wanted to say that in the 3090 one where he was like da 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 da, that one. I feel like he predicted that he was going to die soon because he kept saying that he felt like his time was running out, and it's sad because 5 years later, which is actually pretty quick, he did pass away. So I just want to let you all know, please use your time wisely. Okay, listen, there's a word that starts with wisely.
Oh,
Please use your time wisely because in this world you never know when your time is up. So don't take your time for granted.
Right.
Okay, I'm done.
Awesome. So let's see. Now we're gonna go into the ratings. So how I usually do ratings is I rate it from 1 to 10. 1 being Basuda, and 10 being the show was worth a Tony. A Tony is if you go. You guys know what a Tony is?
Tony Award?
Do you know what it is?
Nope.
Do you know what it is?
It's an award, right?
Yeah, it's like in Hollywood, if you make a great movie or if you're a great actor, they give you an Oscar.
Right.
So it's like one of the highest awards you can get.
Okay.
Now for Broadway, they have Tonys, and that's like the highest reward you can get, to my knowledge. So 1 being Basuda, trash.
Okay.
10 being Tony, worth a Tony. Let's start with Mom. What do you give the movie? Drum roll, please.
All right. Woo. Honestly, This movie rating from me, I would give it. You ready?
Yep.
I would give it a 10.
Ooh, she gave it a 10. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Why do you give it a 10?
Because I felt from the beginning to the end it was outstanding. The acting, the singing, and all of the work, how it was delivered, how it was crafted. You can tell a lot of love and care, detail went into this movie. Mm-hmm. And so I was absolutely surprised. Coming into it, I didn't know what to expect. Coming out of it, I was just speechless.
And that's awesome, because for those of you who don't, well, you guys are not going to know, but my mom actually did not like Passover. She checked it out and she did not like it. So it's good that I finally got her to see something that she enjoyed. So that's a good thing for me. And Mandy, what do you rate?
Drumming.
Okay.
Thank you. I rate it a Tony.
Oh.
Because I feel like it makes you think so much, and I feel like a really good movie or show will make you deeply think,
yes,
and sometimes rethink,
yes,
over and over. And I feel like it just had so much amazing acting, like Mom said, singing, everything outstanding. At the ending, you just wow.
Absolutely.
Okay. And last but not least, I give it a 10 out of 10 as well.
Hey!
So that's awesome, y'all.
Bravo.
So this movie should definitely get a Tony. I hope it does. Like I said, the main problem for me was the fact that they took out some music, but I think that no adaptation is going to be perfect, but for what it was, I think if I was just to watch this in the theater, I would really enjoy my time, and it really leaves you with food for thought.
Emotional roller coasters.
Oh
sure.
my.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and that's what's it called? Yeah, and that's all, folks. With that being said, thank you guys for reaching this point in the video. It is the end. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, share with your friends, family, and people you know. Subscribe. Turn on the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I post. And subscribe. Subscribe!